So I want to share something that might sting just a little bit, but could also free you. If you're running a business right now, a service-based business, and you're feeling kind of like, I don't have enough money coming in and I'm working crazy hard, like, what else do you need me to do? I'm here to let you know you're not broke right now because you're not working hard enough. You're not even broke right now because you don't know what you're doing. I bet if you're watching a video like this, you're pretty good at your craft already. You're not even broke because people don't value the work that you offer. If you've done this type of work for more than 5 years, you've gotten experience working either in a full-time job or working with a couple of clients, you're pretty good at what you do. You might, however, be seeing zeros in your business right now because your work is not urgent anymore. And I see this all the time. There's this trend that's showing up right now, especially with smart, experienced, mission driven people who are good, or I'm just going to go there and say it, who are amazing at what they do. You are valuable. There is talent that you're offering your clients. You do amazing and really good work. But the market right now, and that's the key of what we're going to focus on today, it is only paying quickly for what it feels is necessary. So if you've been hearing themes like, oh, I need to think about that. That sounds great, but let me think about that for a minute. Or, yeah, this is great, but now is just not really the time. I have to, figure out some other things. It sounds good, but I'll circle back to you later. Are you hearing that going on? Great. Then this video is going to help you understand what's actually going on, and I'm going to leave you with some tools about what to do about it. Now, we got to keep it real, y'all. If you've never met me before, my name is Maya Haridat. I'm a business coach and speaker, and I help entrepreneurs uncover what they don't know that they don't know about running successful businesses. And look, I've run my own small business for a number of years, and I'm here to tell you this is a different time right now. All right. And the belief that a lot of people are operating out of right now is, well, if I'm good at what I'm doing, people are eventually going to say yes, right? If you're running a small business, you're like, well, I'm good at what I do. People are eventually going to say yes. Now, in markets years ago, that worked. I could have given you a plan for how to go out there, how to identify potential customers, your prospects, how to really kind of nurture the relationship so that when they're ready and they have the budget and the money, they're ready to hire you. That worked if you were good at what you did before. You didn't really need to have this whole personal brand, content machine going on. You didn't need to be speaking at all the right places at the right times or in the right networks. If you were good, if you had some sort of talent, you were able to get work. You had referrals, you had relationships, you were able to kind of roll. But in this market right now, y'all, good ain't enough. I'm just going to say it direct. Good is not enough to get to the fast yeses, and it's showing up. I see it all the time with clients that I'm working with. I see it within my own business, and I definitely see it with my coaching clients that good is not enough to get the yes anymore. People are not just asking, is this thing valuable? They're asking, do I need it right now in this current market today? And that's the key. You've got to be able to answer that question in your business. And so your problem is not about your skill, just so that we get it clear and you feel really comfortable about it. Please don't try now to go out and go back to school again for your fifth degree, to go back for your 600th, certification. Now, if you don't have one, that's different. You want to get that to get started. So I want to put that caveat in there. But if you've been doing this work for a while, you have a few degrees, you have a few certifications, I want you to dive into another area of being able to talk about your business from a different perspective. And even if you don't call it a business, there's all of this talk about, is it a gig? Is it a business? I'm freelancing, Maya. I'm not really an entrepreneur. Whatever you call it, okay? Just forgive me. I want to get to something. Let's talk about your work. You have to present your work in a way that people can't delay getting access to it. And yes, I intentionally paused there because I want to share something with you. I'm going to give you a story. There's a client that I know. There's a few clients that I know that are in this category, but I'll just pick one in particular. Brilliant, super experienced, years of experience in her field, and actually deeply trusted within her industry. She's the one that you call when you need a speaker to talk about her topic because you know she's going to have something new to be able to talk about, whether it's on a panel or she's speaking, directly to an audience. People love her, they respect her, they come to her for advice all the time. But she's run into this issue where recently, when it's been time to get people to pay, Cue the crickets. That's literally what's going on right now. And she's hearing a lot of like, oh yeah. What you're doing is so great, but I need to get back to you. I have to think about it. Let me check my budget, AKA I ain't got the money for it and it ain't going to happen in the next couple of days either. And this is the key. She's known in her industry. So it's not that she really can do that much more to position her thought leadership or position the work that she's done. She's well known, but people felt like what she was offering, and watch this, was support, not a necessity. Got it? It's a support, not a necessity. Now, she didn't feel that way because she feels that the work that she's doing is incredibly valuable. And I don't want to take away from the perspective you might have on this, but the market, the way the people that are paying perceive it, is that they don't see the value as something right now. And when we are in a tight market, like we are right now, y'all, let's just call it tight to put it in, I'll just put it in PC terms for right now, it's tight. Support gets postponed. And I need you to hear that. Support gets postponed. So I'm going to even relate this even closer for those of you that are like, okay, Maya, I kind of sort of hear you, but like, really, I think what I'm doing is super valuable and important and people should just be paying for this, right? So why are they not paying for this? Listen, I'm gonna put my own self out there, okay? For years, my business, I ran off of referrals. When I first started my business, I was able to run off of 100% referrals for years. I didn't have to really pitch that hard. I might have to do some closing up meetings, right? Like where I could demonstrate why me. But my referrals got me into a lot of doors. I didn't have to do a ton of pitching. I didn't have to chase people down for things. People came to me and I was like, great, this is how business works. I love this. Let's roll until I hit my first serious economic downturn, and it didn't. And it didn't even look as bad as what we have right now, right? When the market shifted, it wasn't that people didn't value the work that I offered and that what my company delivered. They did value it still, but they didn't see it as something that they needed right then and there. They were just being very particular about where they were spending their money. And I had to face this for myself in my own business, right? My work is incredibly valuable. The work that I do around coaching, the work that I've done around youth and adult entrepreneurship, education, it's huge, but it wasn't something that was urgent that people had to have, right? And so people delayed working with me, and that delay shows up in my bank account where I'm like, well, where is the money at? When am I going to get paid? When am I going to get another contract? So this is the part that you probably are not hearing if you're going to the conferences and you're going to the events right now, and they're talking about all the ways that the technology is showing up, the AI is showing up, how people are spending or not spending. I want you to consider this when you start thinking about your work, your business, your side hustle, your freelance, your gig, whatever you're calling it right now, right? When your work is not urgent, you're going to have more conversations. And those more conversations are going to lead to fewer decisions. And you're probably going to get frustrated because you're feeling busy. You're like, when is the money going to start to come in? And I need you to understand there is nothing wrong with you. Got it? Absolutely nothing wrong with you. Do not start shrinking your goals. Do not start overworking and doing busy work. That's a critical key that I want to focus on. And do not start thinking like, well, it's just them, it's the market, they just don't really appreciate and value what it is that I have to offer. No, it's that your positioning hasn't caught up with where the market is. So the question is now, well, what do I do, Maya? You've told me all of this. I kind of get where you're going with this. I need some solutions here so I can solve this because I need money coming in. All right. So for the record, I am not going to recommend you throw out all the work you've done. Keep your website, your social media, whatever sales, stuff. I won't even call it a funnel, right? Whatever sales stuff that you have, you don't need to reinvent your business. You just have to change how you're presenting the topic that you serve people on. And these are two big shifts for you to start on. The first one is, how do you relate the work to something that costs them now? And you have to have done your work on your target client. And I know you've probably been to an event around marketing and they ask you who your client avatar is, who's your target client, who's most likely to buy, give me some psychographics, some demographics. Like all of that work matters in particular right now. You need it even more so because you have to think like how your client thinks. I just did a training recently with an organization, right? It's a human services organization based in New York City. They do amazing work with a specific population. when I'm putting together the content for that training, there's a piece that I want to be able to deliver. There's like things I want to share with them about how to lean into their entrepreneurial mindset to get more people coming to their work. But I have to pay attention to what matters to that team in the next 30 or 60 days and sell that in my workshop. Got it? And that was actually what I sold to the people that hired me for the event. And we had worked before, so I already had somewhat of a reputation, but I already got, you've got to sell this thing. It's not enough to just say, I'm a great trainer, I'm a great speaker, I'll come in and deliver this. No, how does this matter? How does this show up? How does this support the team in the next 30 to 60 days? I want you to answer that question in your business, because if your answer right now is, well, it's a good thing, and you can't come up with something major, that is why we are waiting, y'all. This is the reason why it's a problem. And look, I'll give you an example. I know you can relate to this example, right? If you are watching this right now during tax season and you're seeing this video, and your accountant said, hey, in order for me to finish filing your taxes, you got to pay the bill right now, that's urgent. You see what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't like your accountant right now, you may not like this person, you may be mad at the planet, you got to pay the taxes, blah, 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 blah. You might even be happy you're getting a refund, whatever the case is, but now you got to pay the accountant for the bill, right? In order to do your taxes. That's what I'm talking about. You'll pay the bill because it's urgent. You need to get it done. You need to get this thing done by the deadline because you're not trying to have the IRS show up at your door. That's a very specific and clear-cut example. In your business, it should be that clear-cut as well. So don't shy away from that example, even though you may be thinking, but I'm not an accountant, Maya. Yeah, but think from that perspective. It's not that it's just that it's an accountant. It's that I don't want to have to deal with this problem down the road. So whatever your fee is, Mr. or Mrs. Accountant, I'm going to pay it. Got it? And I want you to start thinking about the services that you're offering your business from that perspective. And then this is another big opportunity here. When you start talking about what you do, when someone says, hey, what is it that you do? What services do you offer? It's usually that you start leading with something like, oh, I help blah, 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 or I support yada, 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 or I guide whatever, right? Like, you've probably given that introduction before when you don't want to just say, okay, I'm Maya, I'm a coach, right? I might say, oh, I'm Maya and I help mission-driven entrepreneurs gain more revenue in their company, right? Like, that's actually a pretty good introduction because it kind of gives you a little bit about who you're focusing on. And it also gives you a little bit about what the transformation is that you offer and kind of leads you into. All right. We're going to tighten this up for this market right now. And we're going to use some different themes to work with. And I challenge you, I'm going to pause after each one, go ahead and write the ideas down as I'm saying them, because I want you to practice this and see if this doesn't turn the tide or shift things for you. Instead of saying, I help, watch this. I help you avoid ... What's the mistake that your people are making if they don't hire you? I help you avoid ... Here's another one. I help you fix ... I had a scenario recently, got this bulge in my tire, and this is like steps right before the tire has a complete blowout and I'm on the road and I'm screwed, right? I was looking for a fix, and I can't put the flat fix in my tire because of the types of tires that I have. I needed a fix. I needed somebody who was going to be able to fix the tire. And the minute that I saw, I help you fix, from the right place, boop, here's my money. Put it down right now. Done. $300. All right, whatever. I gotta do what I gotta do. Let's go figure this out. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not just that they were going to take care of me. I help you fix X because I need to get back on the road to deal with pickups from school, to deal with my client work, the whole 9 yards, right? Here's another one. I help you move this forward now by... And I'm going to go back again and I'm going to repeat all three of them again because I think this is powerful. I think if you just start thinking about your business from this and you start introducing yourself, and then all the content you're putting out there starts from this perspective. I help you avoid. I help you fix. I help you move this forward now. People are not paying for support right now. They don't have time. Their nervous systems are not regulated for support. They're paying for problems to be solved now that they don't want to carry anymore. And the more that you're able to demonstrate that you can help them figure this out, the quicker you're going to see people saying, yes, I want to be able to work with you. So now, if you have been prior to this video feeling like, look, I think I'm doing everything right here, but it's still not clicking, I want you to consider this. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. People's nervous systems are shot right now. There is no other way to describe it. People are just dealing with a lot. And unless it's super urgent and pressing in front of them, people are not going to necessarily want to pay or want to work with you. And I wouldn't take it personal at all. I would just go in with that energy of understanding this is just what the time is that we're working with. But if you can start being more clear about what actually needs to move forward right now, if you can start talking more and giving those intros, go back to those intros I gave you and literally practice them every morning. Get up in front of the mirror and practice those intros. I help you avoid, I help you fix, right? And just answer that question so that it becomes almost like just the same way that if someone says, what's your name? I'm like, Maya Haradat, right? Like, I hope you avoid, I hope you fix, right? You want to make it as easy and as light as possible, because the more you're able to demonstrate around how you help people solve problems, you're going to move people from people thinking about it, people saying, I'll get back to you later, to them being able to say, okay, I need this right now. Now, I'm going to dive into some more ideas and tools in the next couple of videos. But for now, I want you to challenge yourself and start looking at your current offers and really ask this tough question. Is this something that people want, or is it something that they feel that they need? And be honest with yourself about how those answers work, because that could be your game changer to being able to move this forward. All right, wishing you a happy cash flow. All the best.